I haven't watched any of this season of Bridgerton at
I
all.
need you to, please. I need you to. I'm wearing my Bridgerton pajamas as clothing today.
Did you not get dressed, or did you put them on as clothing?
I put them on as clothing.
Okay.
I also have the nightgown.
Oh.
That's for another day. And it has a little bee.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, it has a little easy access slit. I'm like, that would be
It has
very
a little titty
Bridgerton.
tassel.
If you just pull this little tassel, everything just falls right off.
Right off. They should make that. They should make a line of lingerie with like a pull here. Like
I want it to be like a Woody one where it's like, there's a snake in my boobs. And then it comes off.
Yes, I've had the odd complaint, but on the whole, I've been a saint. To those poor unfortunate souls.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Poor Unfortunate Podcast. I'm Caroline Ameddy.
And I'm Connor Perkins. Welcome to all of our returning listeners. It's great having you back here with us. And welcome to any new listeners. Thank you so much for hitting play. Please also remember to hit follow or subscribe wherever you're listening to the podcast. That way all of our episodes download to your device. You don't miss out on anything. And then at the end of the episode, everybody is going to tap 5 stars and leave a written review wherever you listen to the podcast. Apple Podcasts, it could be at the very end on Spotify, Amazon, wherever. If you want to do it beforehand, you can do it beforehand too. Like if you just want to do it now, get it out of the way. Save yourself the effort. Just do it now. So thank you very much for doing that, because your review could be the difference between someone passing us by or hitting play.
And it's free. It's free.
It's free, 50 free. All right, Caroline, explain to the children what we're doing today.
All right. Well, we are at our first wild card episode of season 4. And, back about a month or so ago, social media and the news and the magazines were all covering the Met Gala. And it got us thinking, we have our Poor Unfortunate Awards. Why don't we have our own version of the Met Gala? Why don't we have the PUP Gala?
Yeah, our own little fashion show moment.
Yeah, so we're going to talk Disney fashion. We're going to have folks parading down the carpet for us. And we're going to play a quick little game of toot, boot, or shoot. So if we're giving something a toot, we like it. If we're giving something a boot, we don't like it so much.
No.
And then there's the very coveted shoot. And we have decided that we are only going to have 3 total shoots to give out during this gala. So we each get 3 shoots, and so we must use them wisely. And I'll be interested to see if we shoot any of the same outfits.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see. So we have 4 categories this evening. We have fashion from animated films, fashion from live action films, fashion from television, and fashion from the Disney parks. So before we start, just a quick thank you to our listeners and followers on Instagram and our members of the Poor Unfortunate fam on Facebook, who are the ones who sent in a large majority of these fashion moments. So thank you so much for your submissions, and we look forward to letting you know what we think.
And so that you all can follow along at home, linked in the episode description is our slideshow that we've put together of all of these looks. So you can bring that up on your phone or whatever device on your computer, and you can follow along as we click through the slides and see these different looks. You can see them as well. So without further ado, let's get this carpet going. Let's polish off the runway, get the lights on, because we are going. First up, in the animated category, we have, it's Princess Jasmine, but she's in that red bikini thing with the bangle on her arm and that
the snake bangle, yeah.
The blue thing and the crown. This is after Jafar has captured her.
Yeah.
This is that And your beard is so
Ah,
twisted.
I
That moment,
know. I
that
know.
outfit.
Listen, she looks amazing in it. But for me, it's like, I think I like her better in the teal.
I like the teal better.
But then there's just like the weird undertones of it that I'm like, I don't know if I can toot this because Jafar put her in this, and I don't like that. I don't like
I'll
that.
toot it. I think it's hot. I don't care.
I'm gonna boot it. I'll boot it.
Oh my God. Poor Jasmine.
I'm sorry. She looks
She
amazing
knows how
at
to
anything,
work
and she
it.
knows it.
All right, next up.
Next up, we have another look from Jasmine. So this is her purple outfit with a skirt. It's a dress. And this is from Aladdin and the King of Thieves, if I am not mistaken. So it's following
Is this
very
also
much
what she wears in her wedding?
in her wedding.
Like,
It's similar to that, but it's not exactly the same. So I don't know if who
Okay.
submitted this is referring to the wedding look, but I'm going to go with the one from Aladdin and the King of Thieves. So it's following very much the same template as the original teal outfit. However, this is a one-piece dress. We have a long sleeve puff sleeve and this like lighter lavender like overlay skirt with like a little jewel belty moment. And I love this. I love it.
It's a toot for you?
I think it's a toot.
It's kind of a boot for me. It's just not doing it.
Oh.
It's just like
I think it's just because I like this color. I think I'm a sucker for the lavender, which I know
no,
isn't
I
really right.
I like the color and it looks good on her. Maybe it's not a boot.
I like that
I'm
it's
kind
like
of indifferent.
yeah, it's not original, but I do like that it's like how do we riff on the original outfit? We give long sleeves and we cover up the tummy and we make it a dress. But it's not
But
original.
it also looks like she's got those little hip thingies that Cinderella has.
It does, yeah.
Kind
it does look
of.
a little bit like that.
But like
I'd wear it though. I mean, I want to wear this.
Okay. This is
I think it's a boot for you. I can feel it.
this is a moot for me. I'm adding a new category. Moot.
Wow.
And that's
okay.
meh.
Okay.
This is a
that's
moot
fair.
for me.
Okay, a moot. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, next up we have Mulan. But this is her matchmaker outfit where her sleeves cover her hands and she has her face all done up in the makeup and the beautiful is it a lotus leaf jade
It's like the jade,
hairpiece?
the jade hair comb. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she's got the like blue silk thing and that like blue
The gold
like
earrings.
yeah, and like the blue red binder situation.
Yeah.
This is a absolute toot for me. Like I know the connotations of like an oppressive, like patriarchal society is
And
like
how much Mulan hates the outfit is tough for me.
but she looks fire in this.
And I have to say, I love the color palette of this. There are so many different colors in this outfit.
Yes.
Like that
And they
little,
all go so well
like,
together.
light blue tulle right at the neck. I
Right
love
at the
that.
neck.
I love it.
Yeah. These sleeves
Yeah.
are really, really good for wiping off half your makeup in one fell swoop.
Yeah.
She looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not right for her, like in her
Yeah.
mind, but it's right for me.
Yeah, I
It's
toot
right
it.
for
I
me,
toot it
girl.
standalone. I boot it for Mulan herself. Okay, coming up next, it's like, I mean, we had to include this when someone submitted it, but it's like, I hate to give it away. Such an obvious toot, but we have to talk about it anyway. And that
You do.
is that is Anastasia, which you can now watch on Disney Plus. Anastasia's navy blue opera gown with white gloves, with a trailing sequin cape, with a diamond like choker and diamond earrings. I mean, it's just like this navy blue column, and it's just toot toot toot. Is it a shoot?
Is this a shoot?
I
only have 3.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna fucking shoot it.
You're
I'm
shooting?
shooting
Oh,
this.
wow.
This is her best look in the entire film. This is one of the best like princess looks ever. The color is so rich. It looks like she has a cape of stars. Like when they would describe in A Court of Thorns and Roses or Mist and Fury, like
Her
the
starfall
starfall
dress?
outfit. I'm like,
Absolutely.
my reference point is Anastasia's opera gown. This is an absolute shoot. Nothing.
All right,
it's
you know
simple.
what? Fine.
No,
I'm
you
going to
don't
give it a
have
shoot
to.
too. No, I want to. I'm giving it a shoot also.
Because I'm just like,
Yeah.
how do you make something modern like this untouchable?
Yeah.
And this is like untouchable.
And it's simple, but I can't take my eyes off it.
That tight bun,
Yeah.
the whole look is just doing it. Like if this walked down a red carpet, I would be talking about this for days.
Yeah. Do you imagine that the dress itself is like velvet? I kind of do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, because the Barbie dress was.
Right.
Did you have it?
I didn't,
We
but
had
one of my friends had it, and boy was I mad.
It was right.
I know it's good because the version of this dress that was in the Broadway show was so beautiful. And yet I still prefer the simpler version because the whole dress was like beaded on Broadway. And I prefer the simpler version, actually.
Yeah.
But I understand why it was done the way it was for Broadway. But I just love this one.
This one's perfect. Perfect. No notes. And like, look at the way that it like grabs her leg. Like you can sort of see like an outline of like a leg in it.
Oh, it's definitely sexy.
It's hot, man.
She's
Not me
hot.
giving the first shoot to a non-Disney princess.
I know.
Sorry about it.
I know.
Oh, shit. Okay. So next up we have Aurora's Briar Rose outfit, the one that she wears during Once Upon a Dream.
And we've talked about this outfit at length
We
on this
have,
podcast before, and it's so good. It's so
and she's
good.
got that. She's honestly, and the basket just goes with the ensemble too.
It does, and I
want
color,
that basket.
I do too. It's again for me, it's the color scheme that I just cannot take my eyes away from.
It's muted, but then you have the pop of color from like how do you make mauve a color that pops? This is how you do it.
How do you make black look so good?
Oh,
It just like the headband. What would you call the color of her shirt? I don't even know. Like it's like a slate. It's in the slate family almost, maybe, but I love it.
yeah.
I love that color.
Yeah,
It's such
like
a good color. Who would think that a Disney princess would wear that color, you know? And it looks so good.
Well, and I think it's because it's functional in terms of like when you think about the character and like how she's supposed to be of grace and beauty and like that was one of the gifts. By her outfit being so muted, it further allows Aurora's beauty to just shine through.
It's true. And it's just doing great things for her body, too.
It moves so well. I mean,
but then that little corset black piece on top, we see the curves, you know?
It's not too Peter Pan collar.
I know.
Just to bring some attention to her neck.
It's a total toot. It's a total toot. Down to the bare feet.
Do I get on another shoot?
No. I couldn't for this.
I can't. I might, if I haven't used, listen, mark my words. If I haven't used my third shoot, I'm coming back and this gets a shoot.
I'm coming back for you.
I'm coming back for you, baby. It's so good.
Coming up next, ooh, yeah, we've got Ariel's shimmer dress for her final transformation into a human at the end of the animated Little Mermaid. I love this. It is like who knows what color it is because it depends honestly on what picture you pull of it. It's like sort of purpley. It's sort of silvery. It is like we have this beautiful cowl neck sleeveless thing going on. It's very like Grecian and just like hugging her body and it's shimmering and magical. And I love this so much, and I was praying, and I know why, and it's okay, but I was praying we were going to get some riff on this in the live action because I just love this dress so much. And I love this moment for Ariel to come out in something more mature and like form-fitting. I just love it. I love it. And it's like, again, nothing was done like this before this dress.
Yeah. It's a toot for me, absolutely. Like,
toot.
It's good. Though it's not even my favorite Ariel dress. Like, I'll be real.
But do you like the town dress?
I love that town dress.
I do too. I
think I love that more than this one.
Yeah, and we didn't include this in here, but we thought about it. But the discussion of the wedding dress came up, I think. And I understand why if people don't like the 80s puff sleeve, but I will always love that wedding dress. It's very special
I boot
to
that
me.
wedding dress.
Damn, I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Don't do it for me. I'd rather she get married in this little number.
Ooh.
All right, next up we have it is Miss Anna in Frozen 2. It is that black velvet and sort of like deep dark brown mustard kind of color with the rich purple lined cape with the pink fuchsia, the boots. Her hair is down, baby. She has that brown sash. She is looking like all the colors of the wind. It's fall. She's wearing fall.
She is. I have to say, this is my least favorite outfit of hers from Frozen 2.
Oh, interesting.
I love her Some Things Never Change outfit. I love her Queen outfit. So this is my least fave.
You like her pajamas more than this?
I was about to say, do I even like her pajamas more? I might. She's got good costumes in Frozen 2. So like the standard is very high.
See, like I prefer this over her traveling costume in Frozen for sure.
Oh, I really love the sleeveless cape moment. It is very cool.
Yeah. I just
For a
love the
second,
colors.
I love the colors, and that's why it's going to be a toot for me. But there's something about it at first that makes me want to boot it.
Oh,
it's
who hurt
lovely.
you?
I don't know. Like,
it's a toot for me.
No, it's still a toot for me. It's still a toot. And I love the boots. Love the boots.
We're tooting the boots. And if you
We're
look,
tooting
they
the
actually
boots.
have red soles, so they should be Louboutins.
Oh, those are she's wearing Louboutins.
She's got Louboutins
Oh my
on.
God. Oh.
Not the red soles.
Wow, Oaken's really carrying Louboutins. All right, next we have Esmeralda in her quintessential classic Esmeralda look. So we have a lighter purple skirt with a darker purple wrap with the gold coins hanging off of it. We have the like teal and yellow like mid corset with the white puffy shirt underneath
That's
it.
off the shoulder.
That's falls off the shoulders. The pink tie headband, the bangles, the hoop earrings. I love this.
I love this look so much.
Again, the color scheme.
It reminds me a lot of like Mulan, where it's like putting these colors together, you never think that they would like be like, oh, this is the color
Right.
scheme, but then you put them together and you're like, I cannot see anything else but this. That's Esmeralda for
It
this.
says,
This outfit.
yeah.
And a lot of people will probably say like Esmeralda's red outfit, like the one where she's like dancing on the
Yes,
pole and
stunning
everything
as
like that
well.
is also stunning. I prefer this one.
Agree.
This is absolutely unique. We haven't seen anybody wear something like this in Disney.
Esmeralda is also just looks amazing in anything because when she's in like a shirt to like get burned at the stake, she looks incredible. She
No,
looks
it's because
so
of her
good.
hair. It's
Ah.
because of her hair. There is
Yeah.
so much volume. That woman uses Pantene Pro V, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Oh my God.
That's a toot from me.
Toot. I know we're being so boring. I think we did stack this with a lot of things that are going to be toots, but it'll get more interesting. I promise.
Next up, we have Tiana's wedding dress. This is her civilian wedding dress. It's the white sleeveless gown with the green crisscrossing ribbon sort of moment. And then it sort of flares out and has some pleating at the base, kind of like a mermaid skirt, but not quite exactly that. And then she has her crown on. She has a lily that's up on one shoulder. And then she has a very sheer veil that's pulled back over her high bun. And then
And these
she's got
short
her
little gloves.
Yeah,
I never
these
really
short
noticed
little
the gloves.
wrist-length gloves. She's waving. She's having a grand time. I was going to say, featured in this picture as well as Naveen. And I was going to say, if we're assessing both of them, Naveen, this looks ill-fitting, and so it would
It does.
Be a boot
What is
for me.
happening with those pants?
These
Why do his
these pants are a
look like
mess.
that?
His gloves don't fit, so we must acquit.
Wait, yeah, we have our first boot.
So Naveen would be a boot.
Especially because
but
it's very like I get it. He's a prince, so you wear the prince outfit. It looks like Prince Charming
it looks
from
like,
Cinderella,
and it looks like Prince Eric as well.
Yeah, but like just
but
like
both
the
of them,
the badly
they
fitted
fit,
version.
They fit really nice. This is a poorly. This is
does
like he
look
went
bad.
to Goodwill. He pulled something off the rack and said, "This will fit for the school play," and he never changed.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, the main event, Tiana, Toot.
Well, I have to say, interestingly, this was submitted by someone When I specifically asked on Instagram if there are Disney outfits folks do not like. So there you go. I give this a toot.
I don't think Tiana in this movie wears anything that I would boot.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, even down to her Renaissance look, I'm just like,
I love it.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear that to Renfest.
And the kind of thing we talk about, like, it's the perfect wedding dress for her. And I still love it even after we've seen the spectacular Lily gown. I love this. I love it.
Yeah. It's a nice pairing that the Lily gown and her civilian wedding gown, they went in completely opposite directions. Because it's like, yeah, otherwise we would be comparing the two. And now we can't really compare the two because they're so vastly different in terms of structure.
Yeah.
It's a good color too, because it's like, it's that white with a hint of green to it.
Connor, please do me the honor of introducing this next one.
So next up we have Reflux from Incredibles 2. I snuck this one in here. This is the super that has acid reflux and can like projectile
oh my God.
like acid vomit. He's wearing a bright orange tight-fitting spandex jumpsuit to his old man body with this like fuchsia magenta is probably more like it, knee-high boots and rubber gloves that go to the elbow that match, as well as his mask. And he's got a silver cape to go on his 87-year-old body as he grabs his stomach.
I mean, I will say I love the logo because there's like
the logo is
the
great
esophagus.
because it traces the esophagus and then the belly. That looks
That's
good.
very
but
good.
It's a boot.
mean, it's like the bad version of like Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy, and
yeah,
I don't know why we have I don't like the silver cape with it. It's just
because I'm also just like, where is that color coming from? Is it a play on like the fact that he's old?
The acid, or is it like the acid, like gray silver acid?
I don't know, because I'm like, we're working in warm tones, and I can understand like doing like another color to sort of offset it, but it feels like we chose gray and silver because that's the color of his hair and his eyebrows. Yeah. And if I was an old person, I'd be like, fuck you for choosing that because it matches my gray hair.
Yeah, no, it's a boot. And can we just stop putting these people, like these older men, like senior citizen men, in diaper outfits, please?
Yeah, because he's got like the tight Speedo sort of situation, the banana hammock, as it were.
No, please spare me.
Yeah. Caroline did not know this was in the slideshow.
I didn't.
I did.
Thank you for that. All right. We actually have 2 looks from Yzma coming up.
Okay.
So we're actually going to start with her non-classic, non-merchandise look. So this is when Yzma is trying to usurp the throne. She's sitting on the throne. And so we've got a little bit more of a regal, royal looking outfit for her. So same color scheme that Yzma always wears. We've got a long purple gown with this black cape that has a front hanging overlay.
Yeah.
We have blue upper arm, like wrap bangle type things.
Yeah.
We have longer earrings this time rather than her typical circular earrings. Typical Yzma headpiece, black with a matching blue band around her head. And then we have this like collar. We have a collar coming up from the cape, but then we have this even larger collar piece that is looking very peacock. It is the size of a real peacock. It's huge. It's purple and it has blue feather like long
spine
pieces.
Kind of things.
Yeah, it's not as much peacock as like there's like spiny fish that look like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a spiny fish.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna boot this because
you're wrong. That is a toot if I've ever seen one.
Oh no, I'm gonna boot it because it's like I like the animal like look of it, but for me, power and the throne is the one thing Yzma wants. We could have gone crazy, and I'm not saying that this color piece isn't crazy. I don't mean crazy in that way. I don't mean crazy in that way. I mean like more like couture diva rather than like this is like garish. I want diva, and this isn't really giving me that.
Oh, this is giving me diva.
Not in the way I want.
Absolutely. Oh no, this reminds me like some of those drag queens that have those outfits that have like
You
reticulated
open
stuff
it
in
up.
it, and then they
Yeah.
like flip it up, and it's kind of like they do in
Yes,
Vegas and everything.
yes, yes.
It reminds me of that, and I'm like, that is extravagant. That is high dollar.
I want it to look more expensive than this. It's too simple.
What do you mean it's too simple? If I went into a throne room and I saw this creature wearing
I'd be
that
like,
outfit,
ew.
I'd be like,
Ew.
holy shit, wow, she's powerful. Or like imagine a red carpet. Imagine Rihanna coming down the red carpet of the Met Gala wearing this. We wouldn't shut up about it.
No, I want something more expensive looking. Boot for me. But let's move into her classic Yzma outfit. So, this you can see her shoes. She's got simple flat sandals. We've got
Not the
curve-
flats.
Flats. Got to be practical. She's running around like crazy. It makes sense. A curve hugging black gown with a halter neck. Her classic giant blue ball earrings.
Not the blue balls.
The typical classic blue balls. The feather neck ruff. And then the thing that, I was Yzma for Halloween.
is
I didn't
that?
know. I didn't know how the hell to recreate this. When you see people
Is it
dressed
also a
as Yzma
feather?
for Halloween, people, when they do it for Halloween, will just make it a feather. But I don't think it's a feather. I don't know what the hell that thing is. And that's why I love it. Because I'm
think it's
like,
like-
what is going on there? What
It's
is
like
that?
ribbon.
And that's why I love this. What the hell is that thing? It's so interesting. And there's nothing like this. It's phenomenal. I
It is
love
so
it.
interesting because, even her villainous piece has the feather neck
Yeah.
ruff and that feather loop,
Yes.
or that like
you would
headpiece
know
loop.
this. You would know this anywhere. It's so iconic.
I have
love
to
it.
say though, it's
Oh,
the thing that's giving me pause about this look.
It's
Especially
the flats?
compared to the other one, it's the flats.
I bet you she has flats on underneath that gown too. She seems like a flats girl.
Well, yeah, but if you're gonna wear flats, don't have a slit where we can see your shoes.
No, justice for women having comfortable footwear. Enough is enough.
No, you can have comfortable footwear, but like,
I like
if you're
it.
gonna pick flats, can we at least like do something?
But you know what I love?
She's got rectangle feet.
Because they look like that, they look kind of tacky. And that makes so much sense for her. Like the footwear is like ugly and tacky. And it just like, for me, captures her vibe because the rest of it is like very like chic and like cool and interesting. And then we have those clodhoppers. I love that. I love it.
Listen, it's okay. I shouldn't say that's because of the flats. It's because it's the one strap sandal.
Excuse me, those are so in the summer. Don't even. Those are in.
But no, it looks too simple.
I love it.
We need something grandiose here on the bottom to offset the top. She's top heavy.
I love it. I can't explain
Like
it.
even if it just had a jewel on the strap, just something.
Well,
to be
I would
like,
never
"Ooh,
say
nah."
no to that. Yeah. But she doesn't wear jewels. Oh my God. And also the nails, the red nails.
Okay. It's a toot. It's a toot.
It's a toot.
But not as much of a toot as the previous one was.
Interesting.
That
Yeah,
previous one was
I
a toot.
disagree. That's a boo for
You're
me.
wrong.
Yeah. All right. Oh, next up, we have, and now I need to think about this, okay, to be fair. We have Kristoff in his final outfit from Frozen 2 when Anna tells, when Kristoff is there at her coronation.
"You get
she
this
tells
for
him,
1 hour."
Yeah. So it's his formal look. So we have this very princely two-piece suit. Again, reminiscent of what we were just talking about. Naveen, Prince Eric, Prince Charming. But it's a little bit different. Like instead of the epaulettes, we have these gold braided pieces at his shoulders with some purple fabric. There's a lot of colors going on here. But the main color of this suit it's like a charcoal black. We have teal around the neck and piped around it. We have we have these loafers. We'll talk about the loafers in a minute. We have a gold belt. We have like a little gold fastener piece at the neck. We have a vest underneath that is very much matches what Anna is wearing at her coronation. And his hair is slicked back.
I don't know how I feel about his hair slicked back because
yeah.
like I don't think Katie, I don't think his hair looks sexy pushed back.
Sometimes men with their hair slicked back like this give me like creeper vibes.
The ick.
The ick, a little bit of the ick. And the thing that definitely gives me the ick is these shoes, these dress shoes. That gives
Oh,
me the ick.
why?
They look like my dad's office shoes from the 90s.
Yeah, there's no laces, it doesn't seem.
Like, why isn't he wearing boots? Hello, it's Arendelle. Why is he wearing those? Those are
Well,
awful.
it's a coronation.
I'm starting to hate those the more I look at them. He needs to be
Well,
wearing...
he's got like the tuxedo style pant where
He does, but he needs to be wearing a fitted pant with boots. That'd be so much sexier too. The sex appeal of Kristoff is a little bit killed by those pants and the shoes.
I mean, I do think that a lot of the sex appeal of Kristoff in general is kind of lost in this look. And I do think that's kind of intentional because that's the whole reason.
It's not supposed to be
I
like
you
him.
better in leather.
Yeah.
It's shocking to see. It fits his body right. Unlike
the jacket
Naveen.
for sure. It definitely fits in the waist as well. But I just don't like that style of pant and shoe on him. I want boots and fitted pants.
The tuxedo pant, that is how it fits. Like,
yeah, I guess I just don't like that.
Yeah.
I like the vest, and I like how it coordinates with what Anna's wearing for sure.
Yeah, it's not like a slim cut pant. It's sort of like a regular.
Yeah,
A regular cut, standard.
If I was Anna and I saw him wearing this, I'd be like, wow, like. We look great together, and that would make me happy. But I'm getting the ick big time from these shoes. So I'm going to boot this.
You're booting it for the lack of boot.
I'm booting it, yeah, because there's no boot, and the bottom half is giving the boot.
I'm going to moot this.
Okay.
Because I think it's fine. But in terms of, like, if I were to line up all the Prince looks, or even all the Prince, like, coronation-y royal looks, it has a lot of detail that I really, really like and respect. But in terms of the fit is nothing to write home about.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the top. The top looks great.
The top is well fitted. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have Daisy Duck. We have her big pink oversized bow. Her purple shirt with the puff cap sleeve. It's kind of like a lavender color, but we've also got in some of like the older cartoons, it's a little bit more like a periwinkle blue. Her modern look has the pink pumps that match the bow. In this picture that we pulled for the slideshow, we also have another color shoe that's kind of like, it looks almost like it's would be like a white color shoe that's just like reflecting the light a little bit, or gray even. She has her one bracelet on that also changes color. In her modern look, she's got a sort of like turquoise kind of blue color, and then in the older look she has a pink bangle that matches her bow.
I really like this top.
Yeah.
I love the puff sleeve. And I feel like within the model of like the original Disney characters, the Fab Five model,
Is she coming for Minnie's bow? That's my question.
Well, there's that. And also it's like she's going bottomless and Minnie's wearing like a dress. So that's an interesting choice.
Well, I will say they have, and it's just kind of very smart about her character design. It
looks like a skirt.
It looks like a petticoat, like the way that they've done her feathering. It sort of looks like a white petticoat situation.
With like her tail sticking out in the back. Oh, I could.
Yeah.
That actually makes me like it even more.
But that definitely is her bare ass. Like, she is not wearing pants. Her feathers have been pruned to give you the illusion.
I guess the rules are different for mice and for ducks, I suppose. Like, mice have to have their bottoms covered and ducks do not.
There's something I will say. I'm like, the more I look at this, the more I'm like, wow, she really has the audacity to come for Minnie's look, both with the bow and the shoes. The shoes and the bow are both direct ripoffs. So while I appreciate the shirt, is the shirt and the bangle enough to carry this look for me? I don't know, because they had the opportunity to really give us a different silhouette, really give us a different design with Daisy, and they didn't really do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing iconic, I feel like, about Daisy's look in the way that, like, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, Mickey. You're
it's
like,
true because
what are they wearing?
before we put these in the slideshow, I did not really know that Daisy wore a puff sleeve top.
Yeah, I knew purple, pink, and white.
Yeah,
Like-
I guess I'm just a color scheme girl because I love the color scheme. Looks so nice. I'm almost at a toot, but I'll give it a moot.
I'm going to boot it.
Oof.
Come back with something more original for me, Daisy.
But there's
I'm
no
sorry,
snag.
girl.
She looks cute. She looks
very cute, but I'm just looking for something a little bit more.
All right.
If you're going to be in the Fab Five, and this is not her fault.
It's not.
If you're going to be in the Fab Five, she needs her designers to go back to the drawing board, and she needs to get Christian Siriano to come up with something.
Well, especially because she likes fashion so much.
Exactly. This doesn't
Yeah.
scream I'm a fashionista. No.
Yeah, you're right. All right. Let's move into our live action film category. Starting off with, again, a little bit of an obvious one, but how could we not mention it? It's the live action Cinderella dress worn beautifully by Lily James as Cinderella. You have the world's biggest skirt with a bajillion layers of tulle. I cannot even begin to count. And there's like, I've seen people recreate this in cosplay, and I know that there's also like several layers. Like there's this like metallic-y layer.
It's
there's
like
a
iridescent
glitter layer.
silks.
Iridescent, yes. Then there's a glitter layer. Then there's a blue layer. Like the layering is insane. We have a teeny, teeny, tiny corset top, and then at the top, we have the tulle kind of giving us the puff sleeve look of the classic animated Cinderella, but it continues across the bust and it is dotted with little pink and blue butterflies.
And the other thing is the glitter in this, that's not glitter. It's Swarovski crystal.
Ka-ching.
Hand sewn into the entire garment.
Yes. Obviously it's a toot. I'll say this.
It's just a question, is it a shoot?
I'll say this. Something recently made me think about this. I love her hair. Her hair looks beautiful. It's half off, half down. I think we've got Swarovski crystals dotted in the hair and also little butterflies in the hair as well.
I think she has some like gold ribbons or things like that in her hair too.
And I actually love the lack of accessories. However, I saw this version of this that was just ever so slightly adjusted. She had her hair up. Something was toned down up at the top a little bit to make this look good. Her hair was up, and we got a version, not the black, but a version of the animated choker. And my God, now I'm like, wait, I really actually wish her hair was in an updo. Because I do remember thinking in the film, even though I'm like, my God, I've never seen anything more beautiful. The hair, it looks a little big and wig to me. It looks heavy. Whereas the rest of the gown is so light and she's a butterfly, the hair is heavy.
The rest of the gown is light?
But like somehow it is because the way that skirt swishes when she dances, it's like she could fly away. But then the hair kind of brings it down. There's no question about being a toot. It's just something I thought was worth discussing.
All right. I can see that. Though I do love this hair and I think it's of the period. I think it's correct. And I do like the lack of accessories too, because in some ways, I feel like that's a nod to her true self, is that she's the only one who came with, like, ironically, came without any bits and bobs or whatever. Like, she's coming there and she's herself. She's showing her heart.
Yeah.
This is
Toot
by
toot.
far a toot. Toot toot. All right. Next up, we have Helena Bonham Carter as the fairy godmother in Cinderella. This is her white, gigantic godmother outfit with the really, really tight bodice that squeezes her boobies but has like the lace coming up the front. She has the collar sort of around her neck that sort of like comes up slightly behind her, that has a lot of structure and a really cool kind of like lace-like design. She's got sleeves that come down that have like glittery lace coming off of them, sort of like magic splashies. And then the biggest glittery white skirt that sort of comes off in like two poofy sections on either side, kind of reminiscent of the pieces on the animated Cinderella, like on her side. Those like little
just
hip
like
things.
Blow them up with air.
Yeah, just inflate them. And that's this. I love it. It's a toot for me.
I mean, I love that it's something different from the animated fairy godmother, which was like a rag with a bow. All love, but seriously. So I love again. I think I'm gonna toot it too. There's something. The time period of this style feels a little bit incongruous with everything else.
But I
for
think
me.
it's supposed to, because the fairy
Yeah.
godmother is someone who exists out of time.
Then I wish we had gone less tied to a time period at all. This reads very 1760s, 50s to me.
I don't know. I love it. I think it's great. I think you're being harsh.
I'm not sure about this.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
no, this is a toot. Should I do a shoot on this?
You're going to use your shoot on. You're just doing that to be like that.
No, this is a toot by far. Come on.
I'm going to mood it.
What is with you in these like extravagant like collar thing between her and Yzma? What are you
Okay,
doing?
maybe it's that. I don't know.
Ugh,
Yeah,
Mom.
mood. Sorry. Oh, okay. Next up, we have Prince Kit. This is the outfit he's wearing when he first meets Ella in the woods when he's hunting. So we have this. Oh, where do I even begin? God, I can't stop looking at him. We have this fabulous green, like slightly lighter than emerald green waistcoat that's like velvety with gold embroidered like a leaf pattern all over it and on the sleeves and over the front and these gold buttons. Underneath it, we have this light blue and gold swirled vest.
Like brocade.
We have this stunning necktie that like it's interesting. He's wearing this outfit in the poster and the blue of his necktie in this matches the blue of Cinderella's ball gown perfectly. Foreshadowing. I don't know. And then the white pants and the tall knee-high black riding boots. He has his sword attached to his belt. And it's thus the perfect mix of like, I love nature and I'm a hot prince and like, and his
I love this
hair.
outfit so much.
It's so good.
Like,
it's perfect.
this
It's
isn't-
what I want the prince to look like. It's what I want a prince to look like.
Yeah, like it may be the best prince look.
Am I
I
going to
don't-
shoot this?
I don't know. I'm also like the color of the cravat is so specific. Like it pops, but also doesn't. Like I don't really think about it, but it's just like also because it's kind of in contrast to the jacket, and the jacket is so bold already. I don't know. It's just like doing it for me. That's a really good thing of like the blue of her outfit matches the cravat.
You know what? I'm shooting it. Screw it. You only live once.
Oh,
I am in love with it. I'm in love with it.
This.
Oh, man.
All right. Next up, we have.
Okay, so I don't know. When somebody submitted this, I don't know which one they meant.
Okay. So someone had submitted Elizabeth Swann in her pirate outfit, I assume.
Yeah, her pirate captain outfit.
Her pirate captain outfit. So we've got two piratey looks here for. On the left, we have more of her like pirate passenger.
It's like Jack Sparrow. It's like Jack
Yeah.
Sparrow chic. Yeah. Like she
Yeah.
stole stuff from his closet, basically.
But then the right one is her pirate queen look from At World's End after she assumes the role of the one Singapore pirate captain who's murdered. She also has like a funky hat that goes with it too.
Mhm.
Listen, it's a boot for me.
Okay.
Both
I
of
get it.
these are a boot for me because listen, the outfit of the pirate queen, I love that look. Feels a little appropriated to me. I'm like, oh, yep, we
I
got the white girl in the
know.
Singapore outfit.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is Elizabeth is not a pirate. She's not a pirate.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not. And I don't think that that's being like, well, girls can be pirates too. Like they absolutely can. Zoe Saldana is.
Mm-hmm.
She is not. Elizabeth Swann, she feels try-hardy when she is a
She's
pirate.
cosplaying. She looks like she's cosplaying.
Yeah, like I can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
boot. And then I think about like her unbelievable like red velvet gown and all of her gowns. I mean, again, she doesn't want to be in a gown, so I'm not trying to make her be in a gown. But I think about that red gown, whoa, and the amulet. I mean,
Her costumes in the first film
unreal.
are so good.
Yeah, even like the nightgown. I mean, please.
It's all just so good. And I'm like, I know that she doesn't like to wear the corset and like it's the whole I can't breathe thing and but this isn't it.
Yeah.
If we found a place between, maybe.
Yeah.
Which it feels like the Pirate Queen outfit is kind of edging a place between where we're sort of zhuzhing it up in terms of the quality, finer materials and everything. But I'm just like, I don't know if I can fully stand her appropriation.
I agree. I'm gonna boot it.
So next up we have the what are they?
It's Lana and the Lanettes.
Yeah, it's Lana and the
Lana
Lanettes.
Anna Fontana.
Yeah. From The Princess Diaries. This is their beach look where they're singing Stupid Cupid, performed by Mandy Moore. Are we just judging Lana or all three?
Let's just keep it to Lana, I suppose.
Okay. We're going to keep it to Lana, which is Mandy Moore's character. She is wearing this pink, sort of like glitter fabric turtleneck top.
Only in the early 2000s, baby. Only
that
then.
is sleeveless and is kind of like a crop top, but goes into this sort of like not quite silk.
This is a shirt that it is impossible to describe.
It's like a polyester silk thing. It's like it's giving Aurora vibes, honestly.
It's like if Aurora went to Limited too.
That's it. And then and then afterwards raided like Claire's for this pink wrap that goes around the bottom half of her bathing suit that we don't see. And this wrap is pink, has some like frillies on the side, but then it's polka dotted with white, red, navy, and like orange polka dots of varying sizes throughout. It is the year 2001 in a nutshell.
It is. And like for that, it's absolutely slaying.
Oh, and then I didn't even mention her hair, which is in the front.
It's everything that I wanted.
With butterfly clips.
Yeah, it's everything I wanted my hair to be in the year 2001. Like,
yeah. And then it looks like she's got some of those like translucent plastic bracelets on.
I forgot about those. Oh my God. Yeah, I went to Claire's and I loaded up on those.
This is a boot for me. I mean, like,
for
she's
what
hot,
it is, she's hot. Like, if I saw this girl in the hallway or something, or at the mall or whatever in 2001, I'd be like, I'm going to get out of your way. Because, like, you're owning everything.
Okay, but listen, it's the Met Gala. It's the Disney Gala. She comes walking down the red carpet in this.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, ma'am, you're in the wrong place.
Okay, well, that aspect of it is going to have to balance it out, so I'm going to moot it. I can't boot it. I can't. I loved it too much back then.
I like her in her school uniform.
Yeah.
I just love Mandy Moore.
All right, next up we have a much less talked about Princess Diaries look, which is Mia's blue gown from the state dinner, in which, like, you know, she freezes her mouth with the pear sorbet. She taps her glass and breaks it. It's like the first time, you know, out in the princess role, and she doesn't exactly kill it. But this dress, so it's a blue long sleeve gown with this like ever slow, slightly like raised. It's like a miniature version of a Snow White collar almost, but it's smaller and it's blue. It's the same material and color as the rest of the dress.
Like it goes up the neckline almost to like where the base of her hair would be.
Yeah, and then this neckline, this scoop neckline, is like beautifully frames her neck and face, and we've got a delicate diamond necklace. Those look like small diamond earrings as well, and she has this really like lovely. It's an updo, but it feels very young and modern at the same time. It's a very like messy, relaxed updo.
And it looks like the dress is an empire waist.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah. I love this look.
I do too.
I
It's such a
absolutely
good
love
look. Like, I would
Yeah.
wear this today. It might be weird, but I would wear it. I love it.
it. Yeah, it's unique. It's like very, very unique. It's very memorable. The color is just, it's a really good color, especially on
With her brown hair.
Mia. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a toot for me.
For me too. Like, if this came down the carpet at the Met Gala, I would be looking at this. This would catch my eye. I like this a lot. Yeah. Toot.
All right. Next, we have Prince Eric from the live action Little Mermaid. This is his on the town outfit where he has these like tan khaki linen pants with his boots that go up to the knee, just under the knee, and they have sort of like a red leather cap to them. He has a white breezy linen shirt that's rolled up to the elbows. And then he has this blue vest, like cotton vest that sits open. And then he has that straw hat that they find at the market.
Hat.
Yeah, Jonah Howard King. This is a toot for me.
Me too. It's like
It's
the
a
perfect
fantastic-
variation on the animated. Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing. It's a really, really good interpretation. It's a good variation.
It's the sea breeze version of the animated
Yeah.
Eric. Like, yeah.
Also, I'm like, I want to wear this in the summer. This feels very practical and light and comfortable.
Yeah. Lots of good detail in a very simple outfit.
Looks great.
Okay, next up, we have from the live action Cruella, the infamous trash dress. I mean, let's just start. Because how do you even begin to describe the dress itself? Let's start with the hair and makeup here. So we've got the classic Cruella, like major eye makeup that almost looks like a mask. We have this like charcoaly bluish eyeshadow underneath and over her eyes. And then these like rhinestone like offshoots by the eyebrows and by her cheekbones, which makes her look amazing. We've got a beauty mark. We have this little like ribbon tied around her neck. Let's start moving down. So the base of this is this silk creamy bustier, which I'm already in. I love a bustier look. Across the front, we've got a big piece of newspaper, like creating this like fan effect over like one boob. And it's like a piece of the newspaper that has her name on it. So absolutely iconic. And it leaves out the other side of the bustier exposed, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
Then the skirt. I mean, there's every color of fabric you can imagine, yet the effect of the skirt is still a sort of neutral look.
Yeah. It's like
which I
earth
enjoy.
tones.
Yes, it's earth tones.
It's earth tones and it looks it's sewn together in a way that makes it look like a pile of discarded fabric.
Yes, if you just saw the skirt, that you would think it was a trash pile, but it moves up around her the back of her waist into this like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a piece in the back of her that's like, I don't even know what that is, but I love it.
I don't know either.
It's like a fan effect going in opposite directions in the front and back of her body. It's a toot.
And then there's literal trash bags that are attached to the train as well, which goes on forever. This is an absolute shoot for me. When they dumped this out of the garbage truck.
Oh my God, yeah, let's talk about the presentation.
The presentation. And then she stood up in it, and you're like, holy shit, it's not just a pile of fabrics and trash. It's her. And then she hops on the back of the garbage truck and drives off, and you see how long
and it's just dragging
this
behind her.
outfit is. I mean, it's like one of those moments that you like never forget. Like one of those true fashion moments. Like a Lady Gaga moment, a Madonna moment, a Rihanna moment.
And I also just love that it's more of a neutral palette, but it feels so
She does
Cruella.
a lot of bold colors, and
yeah,
this
it still
is
feels so her.
a
Yeah, I
good
love
departure from it. Yeah, shows her versatility as a designer.
That's right. Next up, we have Meredith Blake's athleisure outfit from The Parent Trap when they go camping. So we've got black leggings with a matching black sports bra with a matching black athletic jacket, and all of it has this white piping. So we've got 2 white piping stripes up the sleeves. We've got white piping on the bra, and then she's wearing like taller socks and sneakers, and she has her hair like clipped up. And she has her little mini backpack.
Oh yeah, her mini bag, her little lounge fly. It's a toot for me. It's hot.
It's a toot. She looks incredible in it. It's doing for her exactly what she wants it to do. And then I see people wear this as a Halloween costume, and I know exactly who they are.
Yeah, it's a toot. Like in terms of taking modern stuff and like making it look good, taking something that doesn't need to look good and making it look good. Like, damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
She makes me want to wear athleisure.
Oh my God. Next up, we have Chessie from The Parent Trap wearing her typical like everyday uniform, which is like, it's so funny. This is so in right now, this look. She's got these like relaxed leg khaki jean pant kind of things. She has a simple like beige-ish tank top underneath, and then the oversized denim button-down shirt. Her hair is down. It looks like there might be like a little delicate like watch, like something very practical. I mean, I want to look like this in this outfit. I will say that. Like she looks so, this could look so messy, but it looks like she's like saying something with the outfit to me.
Yeah. This is what, when you think California Vineyard, this is what you want people to think.
Exactly.
And it takes effort to get this.
That's
right.
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, this isn't easy to achieve because like the way that she's rolled
her hair
up the
and her
sleeves,
makeup is done right.
Yeah, she's rolled up the sleeves of the oversized shirt. Like she's giving herself a shape in something that could be shapeless.
I'm
gonna toot it too.
I can't not toot it.
I've always liked this outfit ever since I was a kid, and now I'm chasing it now.
I have too. I mean, I always loved Lisa Ann Walter, so like,
please.
Lisa Ann Walter could wear a garbage bag. She could wear a tablecloth, and I'd be like, toot. She's selling the garment. All right. Next up, we have Padme Amidala. This is her finale look from The Phantom Menace. So she has another one of those high collar, plumey, very structured things behind her. She has a headpiece that has sort of like, it's metal and it comes across her forehead. It's got like diamond shaped patterns, sort of like a braided moment happening. She has this cape that comes down that's this peachy color and then sort of goes into some like yellows, some greens, even some like blues and purples at the bottom, but very, very like pastel light colors. And it's frilly as it goes. So it's all
it looks like
layered.
Feathers, like big feathers almost.
And then underneath she has this white silk dress. It has a plunging neckline. It seems pretty simple underneath, but it does have this like dad's necktie moment that starts at the boobies and then goes down to like her shins. And then her makeup, she's got the classic Amidala, red dots on the cheeks, the top lip covered in red, and then the bottom lip nude with just a little red piece in the center. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I had to do an art project in one of my classes where like we had to make like a mask, and I did this specific look because with that hairpiece that's like netting over her forehead and then like the hair around her like a crown almost.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think the one thing that I would change is the dad's necktie boobie moment.
Well, you ruined that for me because I never thought of it that way.
I think I'm fine with it being there. I just don't know if I would have either started it where it starts, like up there at the point of the like cleavage.
Yeah,
like,
now I wish I could just take it off. I wish I could just take it off.
Or I just want to like take it off and just like put it starting at like her navel, like start it like at her waist and going down, and then it would look fine. It looks like someone just like put it too high up. It looked like someone was blindfolded playing pin the tail on the donkey, and they put the tail on her boobies and they were supposed to put it on her waist.
Yeah.
If we fix that, I'm good. But I'll still toot this outfit because it's
I have to toot
stunning.
this. I'm obsessed with this outfit. Wait, I want to wear this for Halloween.
Oh, goddamn.
Next up, we have Padme's wedding gown. Absolutely iconic at this point. So let's start with the veil, which is more of a headpiece than a veil because it's not just like pinned in the back. It covers the whole top of her head. You know, it dips a little bit over onto her forehead. It's made of this
Category
lace.
is lace.
Category is lace. It's made of lace, but it's also like the lace has these embellishments on it.
Yeah, it's like
that
beaded.
look like tiny little it's like beaded and lace, and there's like tiny beaded flowers all over the top. And then it falls, and then this lace falls about like elbow length. And then we're imitating this lace look in almost what looks like a robe. It's like a lace robe, but the sleeves of this wedding gown are like the sleeve section of it is sheer, especially on her forearm. It's like body hugging with this like silver piping on it, but the upper part is like looser. And underneath it on the dress itself, we have this very form-fitting white bodice with like, again, like white brocade kind of pattern. And it's very form-fitting. The skirt is pretty much straight up and down, but it has a nice, like a decent sized train coming up behind her. And it's all in this lace material. And she's got her hair down and she's letting these two long curly pieces come out on the front, like on either side of her face. And I think I have to shoot this.
Oh, shit. That's your last shoot.
I know.
Wow.
I know. I think I have to shoot this.
Wow.
It's fashion. It's Again, if somebody came down the red carpet wearing this, I wouldn't be able to stop staring.
This is a toot for me. It's beautiful.
The detail on this, like I can't even properly describe this because it's
I
so
know
unique.
it's ornate. It's
so ornate.
It's almost like someone like made a doily and just like blew it up and put it on crack and then was like, wear it. And
you know,
it, like,
it's like
hit her body in all the right places.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it could be overwhelmingly doily, but this bodice fits her like a glove, and it's more pure white, and I'm in love with it.
Yeah, like how the doily moment sort of like starts over the shoulder, comes down the center of the to the center of the bodice, but then that's when it becomes plain white. Like it knows where to stop with being too ornate. Yeah, it's a two
and like
for me.
she wears so many, and it's ornate in a simple way, whereas she wears these big, loud, other ornate things. And now that's like when she's working, and now when she's just living her private life, it's ornate but simple and smaller. Oh my God! Yep, shoot.
All right, next up is television. The first thing we got is Mal from Descendants. It's evolved as she's gone on.
Her hair color has changed.
Her color changes. She starts going blue, which means that she's starting to like encroach on Evie's color, which I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. But it's purple and greens because she's Maleficent's daughter, played by Dove Cameron. It's a lot of like leather, like it's supposed to elicit like the style of like dragon scales, like it's reptilian biker chic, and then it turns into like velvet. It's hard to describe.
It's very, very hard. Impossible to describe.
Yeah.
You're giving also a lot of credit right now because it's like if all of that met like
it's a mess. Like
rainbow hot topic, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, and I get that is the aesthetic of Descendants, is it's very
it's like
over the top in that regard. And in terms of what it's setting out to do for these characters in this world, I think it's effective.
And it reads Disney. It tells you what it is. It's a Disney Channel version of villains. You know, like
in terms of what it's giving me a boot. For me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to boot this. Yeah.
I don't love it.
I think half the reason it looks anywhere near decent is just because Dove Cameron could make anything look good.
And honestly, I keep gravitating towards the first outfit that she wears from the first Descendants. I think that is the most solid
I like the most recent one. I like the most recent, more blue focused one.
The more blue one. I think the first look is the most solid. I'm like, I understand what we're doing.
I hate that jacket so much. I hate that jacket so much.
With the like the leather like tongue situation
So
that
bad.
like studded. The middle one is the one that's not doing it for me. The green and purple fire midriff velvet
tank,
thing.
and those low-rise pants.
No,
Whee!
that's not it for me. I appreciate her collar on her biker jacket matching Maleficent's collar.
Yeah, it's just interesting to me that this isn't from the year 2004.
Yeah.
How is this from now?
It feels dated.
What? If it was from 2004, I would give it a lot more credit, but I can't.
And so we won't. Boot.
Next up, we have, oh my gosh, King Charming, King Christopher. Yeah, they're calling him King Charming, though. And Queen Cinderella, a.k.a. Brandy and Paolo Montalban, reprising their roles from Brandy Cinderella in this day and age as a grown-up Cinderella and Prince Christopher as King and Queen. So King Christopher is wearing a very simple, longer, like knee-length cream button-up jacket with a simple like gold belt. And there's like a little bit like of like a epaulette like indication at the top of it, but it's very simple. Then we have Queen Cinderella. First of all, we've got blue hair because we're in the Descendants. So you know what? I get it because that's what we do in the Descendants. She is wearing this like light blue brocade gown. So it's like high neck with like this almost like hood looking thing at the top. Big old puff sleeves, but with a tapered sleeve kind of coming to her wrists underneath it. And these translucent rhinestone gloves. Lovely diamond hanging earrings, and then a crown for the ages.
And a giant ass fishtail braid.
Yeah, and like the crown is like Grand Duchess Anastasia crown. Like it's very tall.
These outfits are a boot for me.
His is a boot for sure.
I want to like these outfits so much, but I just can't help but look at Brandy and say, she's swimming in this outfit. It's just
the top it needs to be more fitted.
Too much fabric in too many places. Like she like doesn't have a waist.
But also like, where is his crown? He needs a crown. This is the Descendants. Like, why are we going so simple for him like that? I like the idea of her gown. I like where we were going with the shape of it, for sure. And I like we're keeping it in the blue. Like, we were definitely on the right track with this.
It feels like we put her in the fairy godmother's outfit from the animated film, as opposed to like the next evolution of Cinderella's outfit.
I think most of my issue with her dress is fit. I like the idea of this. I just really don't like what they put him in. Why did they do that to him? What is that?
I need the sleeves to come up a little bit. I think we need to give her some sort of neckline because it's not there.
Yeah, open it up at the top. But
open it up at the top.
Sleeve. But I like the fabric. I like the heavier, more mature fabric.
I like the fabric as well. We need to bring the waist in, and so that we can really let it flare out, so that we can just see some sort of. Right now, it just feels like someone took a bolt of fabric and just sort of like draped it over her, as opposed to like structured it in some sort of way. And I'm okay with poof and like billowy stuff. That feels very Cinderella and very correct. But Cinderella always has structure to her outfits. We need to be able to see her, and I don't see Brandy in this. You get her head and you get her hands, and then where's the rest of her? She's just like swimming in it. Yeah, I don't like it. Boot.
Moot.
Fair enough.
I'm very close to boot, but I don't know. I don't know. Moot.
Next up, we have from the ABC celebration concert thing of Beauty and the Beast, we have Josh Groban as the Beast, his Beast puppet costume. So underneath his costume, he is wearing this like black brocade jacket, and like he's fully dressed in like period appropriate like breeches with the buttons on the sides, stockings and everything, but he's attached into this costume that is this giant sort of like puppet of the beast. It's very like it's hard to describe. I think you're gonna need to look at a
It
picture
is
of it.
very hard to
It
describe.
almost looks like the beast has been carved out of wood or like has like taken pieces of wood.
Stone?
Wood, stone, gargoyle-esque.
It is very gargoyle, which I guess makes sense. Yeah.
And here's the thing. I like this. I think it works. I'm a Toot. And it has this like exposed rib cage that sort of he sits housed in.
I watched the special and it was actually like this was pretty effective.
Yeah, like that's the thing is I'm like this
Like-
actually in terms of you want a performer to be on the stage, but they have to be the beast character. But you don't want it to you're doing a concert, so like you don't want to distract
so you don't want him
much.
in full makeup. Yeah.
It's impressive.
And it was effective. I have to say, when they released this first shot of him with the Enchanted
Oh,
Rose,
you
I
hated
laughed
it.
out loud because Josh Groban's
liked
face
it.
was just under his chin, and I was like, "What's going on?"
like, is there a better way to do this? Like structurally, I'm not sure.
Structurally, probably not, honestly. Like structurally, I think it's the right idea. Like you said, for what they're doing here and like when he sang his solos, he was out of the puppet works. I just don't and I get it. You can't capture everything that the movie does, but there's nothing about this beast face that draws me in. It looks just like I don't even want to look at it. And I want to look at the beast in every other format. Animated, Broadway, I want to look at him. This, I'm like, please get Josh Groban out of there. I think I got to boot this. I agree with you in that it's just like this was the solution. But why exactly like this?
I'm going to toot this. I would see that. I'd pay money.
Oh, I wouldn't.
This is
no.
interesting to me.
It's interesting for sure, and it solves the problem. I just don't like it. That face. I get all of it. I followed the thought process 100%. I just don't like it, so I'm gonna boot it.
All right, I'm into it.
Next up, we have the Scarlet Witch. So this is from WandaVision. So this is once Wanda is in her Scarlet Witch form. So we have the iconic classic headband that comes up. It's maroon, just like the rest of the outfit, that comes up in two little horn spikes on either side of like her eyebrows. We have fingerless, elbow length and longer, dark maroon gloves. We have this corset, this like not boned is the wrong word, but structured, like shaped upward corset piece that comes out almost like peplum-esque around her hips. We have a long maroon like back skirt cape kind of. It's not a cape. It's just like basically just the back of a skirt. And she has black leggings underneath it that have
like more piping.
More piping. Yeah, like maroon and a little bit of silver piping, like cutting. Maroon is moving up, silver cutting across her thigh.
Yeah, kind of armor-like.
Yes.
This is an absolute toot for me. This reveal was everything. The crown, the way that they did the crown, because that's such a very, very specific, iconic look from the comic. And to achieve that in this hyper-realistic world that they've created in Marvel, I'm like, how are they going to do that? And the way that they did, like, Loki's horns and things like that. And seeing them achieve this look was really cool. And then also to know like just how functional it is. I love the color. I think it does a lot of interesting things. There's always something to look at. I love the way that like parts of it are very rigid and structured while others are very flowy. And it's like this like pleather thing, like pleather, heavy rubber, silicone combination. The mixed materials of it are really interesting to me. Yeah, it's a toot for me.
Yeah, I'm going to toot it too. I just don't like those leggings. They're cutting off the shape of the whole thing in a really poor way for me. Like the whole thing would look so sleek. And those cuts across her thighs, not my fave, but I'll toot it as well.
All right. Next up, we have Regina in Once Upon a Time, the TV show. This is one of her many looks. I believe this is from, I can't remember what episode. It's from the first season, I'm pretty sure. but it's this like purpley, ornate, brocadey, floral outer skirt that comes down into like little V's and then opens up into like an underskirt that's all like a plain like dark black or plum. It comes up, it has a nice little décolletage showy offy thing around the corset. It's got shoulder pads. The sleeves go all the way down and then loop over the middle finger like I love. Like I love those. And then she has like a fun fanny Snow White collar behind her, but that's all purple. I love this.
Yeah,
I mean,
Toot, I love
Regina
this.
can get it in pretty much any costume that she wears in this show. Like, she had the best costumes in the show.
Yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, how much would I just die if I was an actor and I got to wear this? Oh, God, I'd be so happy.
Yeah, Lana Parrilla, she she got the best costumes, with the exception of maybe the first costume that she's introduced in. It's got this weird ponytail headdress moment.
Oh, I remember
They
that.
They found it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that. This is it. This is that.
Yeah, Toot.
Toot.
Oh, gosh. And to finish out our television category, we had to have some Brandy Cinderella in here. So this is Bernadette Peters as the stepmother. This is her outfit for the ball. Oh my God. So it's the main colors we're working with here are purple and gold. How do I even describe this dress? Okay. So we've got purple long sleeves. Like we've got a nice open neckline with this crazy ornate gold jeweled necklace. And that the front part of this, like the bodice part of this dress is gold with purple and pink and blue and green, like
Jewel tones.
gems.
Yeah.
Like and it's clipped to the heavens.
Yeah.
And that
Clipped for
pattern,
the gods.
for the gods, and that repeats at the wrists of the sleeves as well. Then we've got a big puffy glittery purple skirt, and the front of it has the classic Brandy Cinderella swirls in gold in the front piece. She has a feather boa. She has purple and like pinkish feathers in her hair.
These are ostrich feathers, people.
Oh,
the most
my
expensive.
God. There's so much happening, and I'm trying to be objective here. I'm like, okay,
It's a shoot. This is a shoot.
This
for
is
me.
a shoot?
I cannot see Bernadette Peters and not shoot whatever she's wearing. This
That's so
outfit,
fair.
I mean, it's just.
It's
I mean, and then also,
it's incredible.
it might be my favorite outfit worn in the entire movie.
Whoa.
It's probably a tie between the fairy godmother's gold outfit and this.
I mean, yeah.
This beats Cinderella's blue outfit. This beats everything.
Nothing could
for
beat
me.
that for me. I can't.
No, this is just when she goes from like getting ready in her like teal with the pink frilly collar dressing gown.
All of the getting ready dressing gowns are amazing as well.
But when she bursts out of that door and goes, "I fell in love with love one
and
night,"
she
when the
barely
moon
fits through
is
the door
full.
because the skirt is so big. She barely fits.
I like that. That may be when I first fell in love with Bernadette Peters.
Yeah, I get it. I love it. It's a toot. And it's a shoot for you.
It's just like decadent.
I was unwise with eyes unable
It's
to
decadent
see.
and timeless. Like
Yeah.
there's no world in which those swirls ain't working for fairy tale. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Get it, Bernie.
Oh, those jewels, those gemstones.
All right. Next up, we're moving into the parks. This is our last category for our fashion show. First up, we have Tiana. This is her look in Tiana's Palace, the restaurant, the counter service restaurant in California. She is wearing this green, sort of like knee length moment. It has like a silky sort of thing underneath, and then it has kind of like a lily pad. It's kind of like if you took her lily gown and then made it like a flappery style dress.
Yeah.
It's that. It has this like sort of like tie that comes around the neck that has like a lily flower there. It has these like cap sleeves that are like sheer, so you can they're very billowy and see through. She's wearing these gold sandals, but they're sandal heels, which we
They're
appreciate.
like character shoes.
Yeah. And then she has this like gold tiara headpiece thing, but it comes down and sits like over her eyebrows.
Mm-hmm.
From the waist down, this outfit is a toot,
Oh,
but we lose it.
what? I think from the waist down, it's a boot to the end of time. That lily pad pattern at the end of the skirt is atrocious looking. It looks like Party City. And these horrible, horrible character shoes.
See,
They make her look so dumpy. Oh my God. I mean, I hate this whole thing. It's a boot for me. But I would take the top first, even with that awful lily pad, the lily tie. Oh God, I hate that.
the lily tie is so bad.
But I love the headpiece and the earrings. I'm here for them.
The headpiece and the earrings are fine. I like the sleeves.
I like the
fit
sleeves.
Is
the
off.
fit and the cut are a 0. And I understand that these flapper dresses are like, they're more boy cut, like straight up and down, but not this way. Not with this material.
No.
Absolutely
not. Not with a cotton
No.
polyester blend.
No, it looks
Where's
like
the
somebody's mom
shine?
made that.
Yeah,
and
where's
if like
the shine?
if that was replaced with like a mesh beaded thing, and then the underneath it was that silk, I could start to get on board for this. But that is just atrocious.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
a boot.
Boot.
Come on, it's Tiana. It is
Why are
fashion
they doing
icon
this to her?
Tiana.
Yeah, like please, one of the best dressed princesses. All right, next we have Tiana's Bayou Adventure outfit, the much talked about Bayou Adventure outfit. So it's what the animatronic is wearing in the Bayou Adventure. So let's start from the bottom. We've got knee-high brown leather boots.
Like
We
waiters
have-
almost.
Yeah, we have green, like more of an emerald, like parachute pants tucked into those boots, like pantaloons almost. Then we have a cargo jacket, like a lighter green. We've got a belt around it to give it some shape. We've got pockets and buttons. We have this like shirt with a necktie piece again. They're giving her these neckties, and I guess it's the 20s. The shirt is yellow, and it has this like little pink embroidery on the collar that is echoed in this like pink triangle tie that is coming out in front of the coat. And then we have like a cloche hat.
You know, the more I've been exposed to this look, the more it's grown on me. And I think one of the things that actually helped was seeing the face character interact with people. I saw some video. Whoever is portraying Tiana is doing a phenomenal job. She has her. Like, she's captured her. So I buy this outfit based on the performance of Tiana. And so I'm like, oh yeah, of course Tiana would wear that because you're Tiana. On its own, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Like I get it.
I'm
one
moot
thing I don't
about
get
this.
one thing I don't get is it's her like Bayou adventuring outfit. I don't think I get it's the 20s again, but I don't think this cloche hat would be the thing that she would wear. Like that's what you wear with a cute dress. And I feel like if we were animating Tiana in the movie, we're in a Bayou adventure sequence where she's out in the swamp, they would have come up with something cooler for her. This just isn't, Tiana is cool. And this isn't, and you can make, an outfit that you're going to get dirty in cool. And this isn't cool.
I mean, I think the jacket and the pants and the boots, I think the jacket is cool. I like that jacket a lot. And I like the color combination of the jacket and the yellow. I'm just wondering if I understand their need for the pop of color. Like it absolutely needs that pink color. Like it looks really good. It brings up the emerald from the pants as well. I'm just wondering is there something else that we could have done to give that pop of color? Like could we almost have swapped out the green belt for that color?
Right.
I don't know.
Or like a chiffon necktie. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, or like a different shape.
Different
say
shape.
moot.
I'm going to say mood as well. Closer to a boot, but a mood. Okay, next up we have the updated Aurora Parks dress. So it's Aurora's ball gown that we all know and love from the animated film, but here's how they've translated it for the parks. So where do I start?
It's pink.
It's pink. It's pink. The main bodice and skirt are like the deeper pink that we're used to from the film. But there's this like swirly, I guess, like we keep seeing brocade, for lack of a better word, darker pink swirly brocade pattern on the bodice and on the skirt. We have the typical pointed lighter pink waist piece. And then I think the interesting part of this is the semi-sheer sleeves in a very, very, very light pink. And then the off-the-shoulder Aurora moment is like interpreted a little bit differently than it is in the film. It's a twisted pink fabric.
Yeah.
We've got a gold necklace and we have the classic Aurora crown. And for me, I'm gonna count the wig as part of it too. I think the updated Aurora wig is just like phenomenal. Every time Aurora walks by me in the parks, I can't take my eyes off her hair.
Yeah, the updated wig is great. Her crown is great. Like they did a fantastic job creating that, adapting that from the movie. I don't know. This outfit, number one, Aurora looks better in blue. We all know this. It's true. God sent us this for a reason. But they've done this thing with a number of the princesses, Belle, Cinderella, and Aurora, where all of their fabrics have a pattern to them, like a very subtle pattern. That's like a two-tone of the color so like Belle's gown has a pattern similar to this, but it's like 2 shades of yellow, and Cinderella has it as 2 shades of light blue. And I don't like it. I don't like adding these patterns to it because it's not correct. Like, and especially this, when it moves or something like that, it almost starts to look like cheetah print.
Cheetah print, yes. And I actually don't really like that the skirt is like there's layers to it. That's not what Aurora wears. And it's falling a little flat, like literally flat. Like the skirt is too flat for me.
Yeah. But if it feels like they're trying to bring some sort of cohesion to all of the princess looks and in the fabrics and in the way that they move, in the way, like for Aurora, they've softened the neckline and the shoulders, because the shoulders of Aurora's gown are quite severe. It's a medieval gown.
But then we still have this pointed effect at the waist, so it just starts to not make a ton of sense anymore.
Yeah. And I'm like, we're here to see our princesses. We're here to see the fashion. And we're here to see the interpretation of those gowns. And this feels like we can do more. We can get it closer to the film than this.
Yeah.
And ironically, I think that one that actually gets it closer to the film is the one that's in the parade in Disneyland, where she is wearing
the one that changes color.
The one that changes color, that's like iridescent, changes between pink and blue. While yes, it's not like one color, but the structure and the intention.
I love the skirt on that one.
I'd much rather see that.
I love the structure of the skirt on that one. Yeah, so I'll boot it.
I'm gonna boot it. I can't stand this fabric.
Yeah.
I can't with these patterns. I'm like, I remember the first time they debuted these and I saw it and I was just like, what? It made it look cheap. It took me out of the illusion. That's what it is. It takes me out of the illusion that these characters came out of their movies, because I'm like, they don't have that fabric. That's not real.
Agree. So next up, we have a cast member outfit. So this is the outfit that cast members wear at the entrance of Hollywood studios. So listen, there's always going to be a practical shoe for a cast member. So this is with a black sneaker, can't be helped. We have knee-length gray Bermuda shorts. And then this top that's like it's a longer top. It doesn't hit just like right at the belly button. It's longer than that. That's largely a teal color with a darker teal on the sleeves and on the sides. It has a little bit of a raised collar that's slightly reminiscent of like a movie theater,
like a ticket taker,
yeah,
like a
from like the
sort
30s.
Of thing.
But then that's it. It's very confusing to me.
It has like silver.
It has silver trim that feels very. The silver trim and the color feels
like this should be an Epcot.
Epcot or like Tomorrowland.
Like this is the color of the seats on Spaceship Earth.
Yeah.
And I think I understand where they're pulling the teal color from. Like I think it's coming from the street lamps.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
no.
Oh, come on. We're pulling from the street lamps.
Also, the vibe is wrong. The vibe of this is so wrong to me. It looks like it brings up thoughts of the People Mover.
Right. You have the opportunity to have your ticket entry people, your like box office-y people for the entrance to your park, match the theming of the park, which is about movies and people who take tickets. I'm like, put them
in shorts. Put them in the shorts version of what you're about to say.
Yeah,
yes.
They need to look like like an old time movie ticket taker.
Yeah, this is so odd to me. It's definitely a boot.
This is weird.
It's so weird. It feels future
Epcot.
world.
It doesn't feel like. Yeah,
no,
that's not
it's
right.
not right.
All right, next up we have the Magic Kingdom Boo to You costumes.
They're largely Main Street. Sometimes during Not So Scary Halloween, you'll find them other places.
Yeah, but this is the green and yellow pinstripes with the purple bats on the shirts. It has the aprons and the vests for the guys. That is the yellow gingham that's trimmed in like deep blue, purpley color, and then a purple skirt and purple pants. Bow tie for the more masculine leaning costume, and then for the more feminine leaning costume, there's a bow in the hair that is like a Haunted Mansion style bat. These outfits are a toot. They are so good.
I didn't know what you were going to say about these.
They're so good. The colors are just so exciting, and it's so different from what you see.
They are different. They're such an interesting choice that at first, this is the thing. I think they're a toot for me too. Unfortunately, if I had been in the room when someone first presented this, I would have been like, no, start over. What are you talking about? But now I look at it and it's right. Especially for like Main Street Halloween. What could that possibly look like? Kind of this.
Yeah, kind of this. And I think it's also really important is the colors. The colors are bright. The clashing patterns. It's inviting and whimsical. So like for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party where you're around kids, it's like it gives them just the amount of spooky, but also letting them know like you're safe.
True.
Don't worry. I think these are fantastic costumes. I really love them, and I'd wear this absolutely.
All right. I wasn't sure what I was gonna think. I'm gonna say toot.
I'm tooting this. So next up we have Prince Philip's costume from the Disney parks. This is not the costume that he wears in Festival of Fantasy, which has been updated in some degree. He's wearing this like black velvety waistcoat with this gold trimmed belt. He has boots and like slate gray blue like leggings. He has these poofy sleeves that are fuchsia that have black like stripes, like that medieval sort of like, oh, I'm a bannerman sort of, those
Yes.
kinds of things. And a pink fuchsia cape that's lined in that with the blue color inside. I think he's wearing this hat. It's kind of like a Puritan hat.
It's like a Pilgrim Puritan nightmare.
But it has multiple pheasant feathers on the side.
I mean, talk about something giving me the ick. I mean,
here's the thing. Whenever I saw it, I was like, that's not right. Not at all. But then I was like, maybe there's a real reason why they're doing this. And so I would just sort of like accept it. I'd be like, he gets to do something interesting. I'm like, so interesting that they've chosen to interpret this character while the other ones they've been trying to replicate. I'm like, the pheasant feather is cool. It's a very interesting costume to look at. Is it right? Not a bit.
It's so
not.
I feel like he would walk out and some people would be like, I mean, obviously this is so dead wrong, but people would be like, is that like John Smith or something? Like
putting him next to Aurora, they make no damn sense.
No, they look
together.
Awful together in this picture. I mean, I can't stand this Aurora dress either, but we're not talking about that right now. I mean, they just they don't look like a Disney couple. Again, fit problems up the wazoo with this waistcoat thing. Oh my
But
God.
I'm also like, when you have Prince Philip, who has another iconic
And
Prince
he
look,
looks hot in
at
it.
least-
Like,
at least give us the cape. At least give us the cape and the red hat with the feather in it. Because
yeah.
for nothing else, the cape and the red hat are an important part to the story in that
Right.
forest creatures
Yeah.
get in that and like try and pretend to be a prince. Like those are instantly recognizable. Why do we not have them? Where'd this pink color come from? That's not
Boot it.
right.
It's not right. It's not right. Booty.
Boot.
Boot.
Boot. Boot.
I'm so glad you put that in. And to finish off this fantastic fashion show, we have the cast member outfits from the Haunted Mansion. It's the pattern on the more feminine leaning outfits that we all know and love. It is like the navy and green striped wallpaper type pattern. Those outfits have like a sort of like bigger shoulder and a sleeve down to the elbow with a little like white lace poking out. It comes into like a sort of apron in the front with like a plain green skirt underneath it. We have some lace at the collar, and we have the little like lace bonnet-esque thing with a black bow on top.
Like the maid sort
Yes,
of
the more
thing.
maid. And then for the more masculine leaning outfits, we have the green waistcoat. We have a purple patterned vest. We have a black tie with a really cool like white pointed collar underneath it. Again, just giving that servant of the
Yeah, it's like the
mansion.
butler and the maid look.
Yeah. Toot.
It's an absolute toot for me. If the maid headpiece were something else, this would be a shoot for me.
I get that. Yeah, the headpiece is not doing it for me.
Like, I get why it's there. I get that it's like period appropriate, but
I wish it
just
was
not
scarier.
there.
You know what I mean? I wish it was a little scary. It looks so Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, but I love these costumes. They're
amazing.
People will Disney bound as these cast member costumes. People will Halloween costume as these cast member costumes. They are, I think, by far the best cast member costume that has been created.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. So your final shoots were...
Yes. Anastasia's opera gown.
Yep.
Prince Kit's first hunting outfit.
Yep.
And Padme Amidala's wedding gown.
Yep. And my shoots were Anastasia's opera gown, Cruella's trash bag gown, and Bernadette Peters' stepmother ball gown.
Those are
that feels right.
you. Those are so
that feels right.
you.
That feels right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that's been our fashion show for you all. We hope you enjoyed that.
The PUP Gala.
Yeah. Hope you had a chance to follow along with the PUP Gala images in our slideshow in the episode description. If you liked what you heard, please remember to hit follow or subscribe wherever you're listening to the podcast. That way, all of our episodes download to your device so you don't miss out on anything. And then this is that moment where you're going to hit 5 stars and leave a written review wherever you're listening to the podcast so that we're seen in search results. Other people find the podcast. Your review could be the difference between someone passing us by and hitting play. So thank you very much for taking the time to do that. We haven't had a new review in a while, people, so you haven't been following the instructions. Let's do it.
Please follow us on social media. We are at Poor Unfortunate Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok. As we said earlier in the episode, so many of the entries into this fashion show were provided by you all on social media. So if you want a hand in crafting these episodes, you got to follow us and join in that way. And if you want even more Poor Unfortunate Podcast in your life, please join our private Facebook group, the Poor Unfortunate Fam. We got a lot of entries in there as well. And, you know, they were in the fam, so we kind of prioritize them. I'm just saying. We have over 100 listeners in there. It's a great way for Conor and I to get to talk to you all and hear what you're enjoying about the episode so we can do even more of it. So seriously, I don't go on Facebook except to see what's happening in the fam. And you can totally do that too. So we would love to see you there.
And as you're planning your summer vacations and whatnot, it's a perfect opportunity to get some merch. Go to poorunfortunatepodcast.com/shop to check out the Poor Unfortunate shop. Get your merchandise for birthdays, all kinds of different things. And then, as I always say, it does take us a little bit of money to keep the podcast up and running and coming to you. We do have a PayPal account. It is linked in our episode description and in the website links in our social media accounts. Truly, anything that you have to spare goes a long way for us. It could be $5, $10, more than that. It could be a one-time donation. It could be a monthly donation. It all just goes right back into the podcast, helping us keep it free and ad-free for the most part. And to all of our monthly donors, thank you so much. This wouldn't happen without you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it. Until next time,
Beluga
Beluga
Sevruga.
Sevruga.